Alright, so we're going to try this again. This is airbox number 3, which they wrapped in envelopes. It's pretty interesting. Never seen that before. But I'm going to get it on. Hopefully this one will work out. About to find out soon. But off camera, took the mirrors and this plastic piece off, which I did wrong because I forgot I was working on a Kawasaki. So you're supposed to take the entire headlight, like the front headlight assembly and stuff off to get that fairing piece off, which makes total sense. It's stupid, but it's whatever. I also ended up doing that to the gas tank. I didn't like the way that whole thing looked, so I ended up taking it off, which was more of a pain than I thought, but took it off, made the whole thing black, and put a clear coat on it and stuff. I still got to wet sand it and buff it afterwards, so it's not completely done, but looks more done. Also, the bracket came, but yeah, I'm going to try to put this on and hope that this one works. Alright, so I finally got everything back on. I was having an issue getting the tank to line up, but I finally did it. It was a real pain, but I got it. So now I'm going to put the battery in. I'm going to take a little bit of gas from the old tank, put it in there just to see if it'll turn over. Hopefully. And then we will go from there. Alright, so I got everything put back together. I finally got this to line up. I got the battery put back in. The only problem is it won't turn over. I put some gas in it. I'll try again just to show you kind of what I'm dealing with right now. But so that sounds bad, obviously, but you can hear that whining noise. Not 100% sure where it's coming from yet, but somewhere up here. There's that whining noise, and then when I try to start it, that's what's happening. Yeah, so I don't want to keep doing too much mess up the bike, but that's what I'm working with. That's what I have to figure out now. So I've been messing around with it. I've been trying to bump start it, get a running start, like pushing it and seeing if that'll work. Tried first, second, everything else, and I realized that it only even tries in neutral. So like in first gear or second gear, even if I have the clutch pulled the way in and the kickstand up, it won't do anything. Like pushing the button won't do anything at all. But if I put it in neutral, then right away it'll at least try. So I'm not sure what that means yet. I have to figure that out, but it's a pain. And I also realized this has more miles than my R6. It is 13 years newer and has more miles than my R6, which really sucked to see that. So hoping that wasn't the case, but nothing I can do about that. But now I'm just gonna try to figure out what's going on. Alright, so I think it's been like a day or two since I last made a video about this bike. I still technically haven't gotten it running yet, but I turned my attention to the clutch sensor because I'm starting to think that's a problem. And if you look at the cable, you can see how worn out it is and even slightly broken right there. So I bought a new one. It's on the way. But what I realized is, if you listen close, that clicking noise doesn't happen until it's pulled the whole way in, which I don't think I've been doing, because normally you don't have to pull it the entire way in, like just a decent amount for it to work, but it seems like with this you have to pull it the whole way in, and because it's so worn, that probably has something to do with it. So what I tried doing was pulling it in the whole way and then pushing it, and when I did that, it was actually starting to try to fire up. You could hear it just slightly like starting to, but then it didn't. So I think I ended up flooding the engine trying to do it, but I almost got it to start. So I just gave it a little over an hour to sit. I'm going to try it again. That sounded weird. I'm going to try it again, take it out my driveway and then give it another running start. But I think that's the issue, is the clutch sensor isn't really being activated properly just because the cable is so like ruined. So I'm going to have to replace that, which is a pain. But if that's the reason it's not starting, I'm fine with that, because then I've got it figured out and it's only a $23 replacement. So I'm going to try it again and hopefully it works. All right, so I just I'm a little out of breath because I've been running back and forth pushing it. Almost started. It was that close. If you've ever started like a weed whacker or a lawnmower and you pull the cord and it spins around but doesn't start the first time, that's exactly what it sounded like. If I figure out how to cover my face in it, I'll throw it in here in the video for you, but if not, like I said, my face is in it, so I might not show it. But it was about to start, like just that close. It sounded like one good string pull. I think it's flooded again now, so I'm gonna have to wait again and try again, which really sucks because it's getting close and then it's flooded, so now I have to wait and then do it again, get closer, wait, do it again. But I'm making progress. I still don't know why it'll only try to start in neutral though. If I have it in gear, even if this is pulled the whole way in, it won't try to start at all. It only tries in neutral. And another thing I've noticed is when I turn it on, I turn the ignition switch on and everything, it like takes its time to turn everything on. So like the headlight won't come on immediately, but once I push it a little bit, it'll light up, like the headlight comes on and stuff. Or if I just let it sit for a little bit, then the headlight and everything will turn on. So I think next time I give it a push, I'm gonna let it sit for a while so that it's not flooded and stuff. Next time I give it a push, I'll turn the key, turn the switch, and then wait like 10-20 seconds for everything to kind of kick on, and then push it again. So I'm not sure if there's an issue with like the connection to the battery or like a rectifier or something like that. I don't know. Because like when I picked up the bike, these were just completely like loose and dangling because the whole subframe was broken. I'm not sure if I showed it or not in the video, but like these were just completely loose. So I don't know if maybe they got kind of worn down and that's the problem, like there's not a strong connection, or if it's this right here, the rectifier, could also be an issue because there was damage up here, so that could be a problem. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into it more. That's not too bad to replace the rectifier, I did it on that one, but I'll see if that could be the issue. If not, I'm not sure where to go next, but I'm getting very close. Alright, so this morning I tried it again. I was just getting the clicking noises and I got really frustrated, so I broke out the multimeter and I tested the battery, and I was only getting 10 volts, which is not enough. You need about 12 to start the bike. So I went to AutoZone, I fixed that. I'm gonna hook this up, try it again, pushing it, and hope that helps. I'm starting to think that was the problem because I noticed the lights weren't turning on anymore, like the headlights. and I was always getting the clicking sound. It wasn't even like trying to start anymore. So I think I just slowly drained the battery by trying to do it over and over again. So I'm gonna hook this new one up and hope that it will start. All right, I'm getting extremely desperate at this point. So what I'm gonna do is hook the battery back up, put the seat on, and I'm gonna send it down my driveway, because my driveway's a nice hill, and as you can see, my driveway's in horrible shape, but I'm still gonna send it anyways, and try to start it on the way down the hill, because I'm hoping that will help. The good thing is, like I said, my driveway's in horrible shape, plus at the end is just a cliff into other people's houses, so we're gonna be testing the brakes too while we're at it, but if it gets it to start, then it's worth it. Alright, so unfortunately that did nothing. I don't know what the problem is. I'm kind of lost here. It's messing with me, but because like 2 days ago it literally almost started. Like it basically did turn on for like a second, which you saw in the video. Like it basically turned over and then just stopped, and I haven't been able to get it even close since. So like I don't know what happened, why it was close and then all of a sudden like just lost all the progress. So I'm gonna have to, what I'm gonna do next is take the tank back off, which I really didn't want to do, and check the fuel injectors, see if there's good compression there, because the bike may not be getting fuel. I'm even gonna try using starting fluid. Unfortunately, I thought part 4 would be the last part of this rebuild series, but I'm not done like I thought I would be. So it's probably going to end up being 5 parts, which I apologize for, but this one's going to end up way too long. Like I said, the fairings haven't even shipped or anything yet, so I still have a lot of work. I don't even have it running yet, which is great, but the cable should be here within a week. A little over a week, actually. So at least I'll have that, but yeah, I'm gonna start seeing if fuel is the issue, if the bike isn't getting fuel, and if so, that'll narrow it down at least. So I'm kind of hoping that's the issue, and then it's just like I don't know, fuel pumps are kind of expensive for this bike, so I don't know, but it's still an easy fix if that's the problem. We'll see, but I'm gonna try to figure it out. Thank you for watching this one and for following the series so far if you have. Sorry I'm behind schedule and still don't have a running bike yet, but I'm going to try to figure that out tonight. See you later.